I can't wait. Like, I've been waiting all trip for this, so let's go. A few years ago, when I was browsing travel videos while in the middle of a COVID lockdown, I came across one about the Canary Islands, which are part of Spain but located off the northwestern coast of Africa. I was mesmerized at the stunning beaches and mountains. 30 seconds into the video, they made it to my bucket list. I knew I had to visit them one day soon. I spent most of my 2022 and 23 vacation days with family and friends, but as soon as I had the opportunity, I booked a solo trip there for early 2024. Usually I'm a fast traveler, meaning I'm happy just spending a few days in one place before moving on to the next, so I can maximize my time away. However, when it came time to planning a trip there, I decided to only visit one of the islands, that way I could enjoy all it had to offer. Since I was planning a week-long trip, I decided to pick Tenerife, which is the largest of the 7 islands, a gem where its population are friendly, diverse, and multicultural. The island is a huge holiday destination due to its diverse attractions, including pristine beaches, volcanic landscapes, vibrant cities, and rich cultural heritage. But with so many must-see options, how can I balance what is popular versus what is interesting to me? After a short layover in Madrid and flying to Tenerife, I finally made it to the hotel in the late afternoon. I think a good plan is to just take it easy, explore the resort, and get ready for the next day. I also found out that there was a natural pool right outside of the hotel, so I had to stop by and go in to finish the day on a high note. First stop of the day, Los Gigantes. On my way to Santiago del Teide, I saw the super charming viewpoint of Los Gigantes and I had to stop for a little bit. There are some parking areas on the side of the road, but be very mindful if you choose to stop, as the roads are narrow and winding. Despite arriving around lunchtime, there was plenty of parking available at this beach. I really tried to get some shots with the tripod, but the wind was absolutely no match for it. Wind and rocky and uneven ground means selfies only. There are several local vendors in the area with handmade jewelry, gems, and art. Bring some cash for a cute souvenir. This is also the only place outside of Brazil where I found sugarcane juice. I absolutely had to have it. With a full weekend of beautiful sights and beaches behind me, I was super pumped to start Monday morning with something I had never done before. Jet skiing. Okay, let's talk about this morning because this morning was very interesting. So I end up on a group where it's just the guide, me, and a French guy. He took us from the marina into the open waters, and when we got there, he just took off, and the French guy next to me just took off, and I was going fairly slow compared to them. Like, I was going maybe 15 miles per hour or so. That's the speed that was on the jet ski. And I was falling way behind. And finally, the guide slowed down. And he said, you know, it's going to be more stable and less bumpy. You're going to feel it less if you're a little bit faster. So I start speeding up, and I'm going maybe mid-20s or so. And it was so bumpy. I felt like I was in like a perfect storm. You know that scene where there's a wave coming and the boat is just like, that's what I thought was going to happen. Like, that was my fear. I do agree with what he said as far as going a little bit faster helps. And I think once I started getting more comfortable with it, like, okay, there's some bumps, but I'm not going overboard. I'm not, you know, like just going airborne in those bumps. It's gonna be fine. And I think right around the time I had the realization, we got to a part of town where the waters were a lot slower. So then it was that confidence plus it being an easier ride, and it was just awesome. So then I did have a good time, and it was all going well. And then we hit about the halfway point back. And oh my God, it was so bumpy that even the guy, right, that was guiding us, he had to slow down. The French guy had to slow down. And we were going maybe between 15 and 20 miles per hour. And we just kept like crashing back. I didn't go airborne, but I just kept crashing back. And every time I'd crash back, it's like, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I'm gonna need to take some pain meds for my back tonight. And yeah, so when we started, my first thought was, why would anyone do this for fun? And then as we got, you know, into the nicer part of the open waters, and it was kind of nice and mild, then it was fun. I was like, okay, I can see why people enjoyed this. This is a lot of fun. But then when we got back to the rough part, I was like, maybe not. So I'm glad I did it. I don't know if I would do it again or not. I really don't know. I guess time will tell. Adventure number 2 of the day. Now we're going dolphin and whale watching by the sunset. Let's see how that goes. After sailing for about 2 hours, we finally got to see this cute little baby whale. This is why I wanted to leave early. I didn't want to fight with buses and vans and cars on this road. The plan for today is to explore the mountains and coast from Santiago del Teide to Garachico. for today was to start at the same time that I did yesterday, which was between 7:30, except I went to bed at 12:30, so that did not happen. I had a 10:30 start. It was a very, very slow morning, but now look where we are. After a quick stop at Playa de las Cerecitas, I headed out to Añaga Rural Park, which is one of the trip highlights for me. This park is a stunning natural reserve located in the northeastern part of Tenerife. It has a rich variety of ecosystems, including one of the few remaining laurel forests in the world. These beautiful and lush green forests are characterized by their dense canopy and moss-covered trees. Last night was another very late night. I didn't get to the hotel until 11, almost 11, 10:30 maybe. So today was another late start, but the skies are so blue. I can't wait. We're going up to Teide. I feel like a crazy person because everyone's like wearing shorts and shirts, and I'm ready for like some hiking. And the winds that will be up there, so never mind me. But let's go. I can't wait. Like, I've been waiting all trip for this, so let's do it. So I had a moment of self-doubt when I got in the car. I was really warm. I was like, maybe I overdid it. I did not overdo it. Like, this is perfect. It's very windy in here. So all is well and we're ready for the hiking. To provide a sense of scale, the Teide National Park is 3.5 times the size of Central Park or 12 times the size of Vatican City. It is also centered around Mount Teide, which is a volcano that stands at 3,700 meters above sea level. This makes Teide the highest peak in Spain and also the third largest volcano from its base in the world. And it's only behind two volcanoes in Hawaii, which is Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea. My absolute favorite thing about this park is the landscape, and it truly feels like you're in another planet because the landscape changes every 10 minutes or so. So it feels like 1 minute you're walking in fields of hardened lava, then you're walking amongst volcanic cones, then it's just like surreal rock formations. You could be in the moon or you could be in Mars. And honestly, these landscapes are so incredible. I truly will never forget being here. Despite having very high expectations for this trip, Tenerife blew those expectations away. The food, the people, the nature, all amazing. I was not able to visit all of the locations that I had planned to, and I know that there's so much more to uncover on this beautiful island. But I'm going home content and fulfilled. I might have crossed this destination off my bucket list, but it was definitely added to the must-come-back list.